Are you excited?
About what?
Well, let's go over here to our list of things we have to accomplish. Look, it says double trouble. Or double financial problems.
We're never gonna financially recover from this.
We never will. We really need a Kinze fold-up planer, but to bite the bullet and buy one, it's going to be expensive. But then you end up with something like this that was cheaper, but then all the parts on there, it's going to add up to being like equivalent to what a Kinze planer would have cost us.
That's how it goes. When you're starting out or you don't have a lot of acres to fund it, you got to buy stuff like that and put sweat equity into it.
But you see this big long stack of gauge wheels right there? That's 14 wheels of rubbers that need to be replaced. And this total unit has 13 rows, and this is going to be our bean planer this spring. And we're going through all the new, it needs all new gauge wheel arms right here. It's getting all new opening disc, and we're going to put one spike closing wheel on the back. And we're going to keep the row cleaners, and we're going to put a no-till culture on here too. But one big announcement that we have. So for corn this year, we will be using liquid fertilizer and in-furrow fertilizer.
Which we used last year.
We used it on our bean and corn ground. This year, only our corn ground is getting liquid fertilizer with the planer, which means it saves us a big headache with this planer that we don't have to put liquid fertilizer on it, which means no pump, no tanks, no hoses. It just got to plant seed. Which
we used liquid last year, and we're learning all this stuff, and so we're working with some of the same people we did last year, but we got a new guy that's helping us, and he's a real straight shooter. And so I was asking his opinion on either to use a total tubular that puts the fertilizer under the seed like we do in the corn planter, or we've got these Keaton ones on here that put it sort of over the seed. And he said I wouldn't use liquid on beans. And so I said, why? And he explained it to me, and once he explained it to me, I get it. Last year our liquid program cost us $34 an acre, and from the research he's seen and done is you may get a 4 to 5 bushel return, and then once you at $12 a bushel, which is what they're predicting right now, it's going to take 3 bushel to pay for it, so you get a 2 bushel return,
which is $24 an acre.
And when it's going to cost us $4,000 to put liquid on here, it's a lot of acres to make a return, and we don't farm a lot of acres, so it's better to save the money.
Yeah, if it's different if we had thousands of acres we are covering to where
if we had thousands of acres we wouldn't be using this.
Well, that's also true. But it would be different because the liquid would pay for itself, and then you would make money off of it. But as far as something like this goes, liquid is a headache to mess with when you're planting, because it's like seed. You gotta keep seed in it, and then you gotta keep liquid in the planter, and then you're making sure you're putting the right gallons per acre out, and it's a extra hassle to deal with that.
But once you get it set up, like our corn planter, we've got it set up. And it was a headache at first, but now we've got it set up. It's not that bad. We've got we put 3 liquid tanks on there, which we'll show that later on and explain it again. But basically, all the liquid runs out at the same time. To where this one, we were trying to save money and we weren't going to have that. And it was going to be a pain. So, pain is removed.
Well, we just finished up our planter and we have a dilemma now. We have a problem. For the ones of you who own a side-by-side, maybe you can relate to this, but keeping air in these rubber things right here is an impossible task because they always are flat, because this thing goes everywhere, and it has got us again. We have a flat tire, and we found the hole, so now we get to plug the thing. You guys see the little guy sticking out right here? Can you guys even see him? It should be fixed now. That actually went in a whole lot easier than what most tire plugs do go in, because most tire plugs is like World War III trying to get the thing to go in there. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to go out there? And welcome back to you guys. There's snow on the ground, and the wind chill is -1. That's not normal for Kentucky at all. That is like insanely not normal. There's moisture on the ground. It's not that terribly cold. This has gone south real fast. So the first thing on our list to do was, we're working on this thing. We're just servicing it because in about 15 days we got chickens going out and it's going to be doing its work. And don't mind the poor grill. I mean, he did it again. He had a load of dirt in his bucket with his front end loader, and a big rock fell and hit it again. And you may ask why we don't buy a new grill. Because they're $1,200 per one. And as many times as he wrecks that one, we'd have $5,000 worth in grills if we replaced it every time we got hurt. I was getting ready to polish the tractor. Especially with the newer tractors we have on the farm, I try to keep them shiny and newer looking as long as we can. And here's my thing of polish. It's a frozen cube. I didn't know it could freeze, but it's a frozen cube. I guess we're gonna do a little experiment here, because this is car polish and I have car wax. I wonder if wax freezes. Wax does not freeze. Alright, we just got back from lunch break / thawing out time, because when I left, my fingertips were frozen, I could not feel them, and my toes were frozen. So now I got 2 pairs of socks on and thicker gloves for maintenance. Now, we have talked a lot about this situation we have going on here, but now we're going to put some action behind our talk. Look at all these naked row units we got sitting here. But I want to show you guys something. So this spring, we actually got to use this planter to replant some soybeans because we wanted to try it out. And on this back half here, we put all new opening disc on there. So that way it actually make a row rather than just plow through it, because some of them wouldn't even spin. And now the front half of the planter we actually left. But these are the old ones. You can see how small they are. So that means they need to be replaced anyways. But I mean, can you see how loose they are? Especially this one. That's disappointment right there, ladies and gentlemen. Even the nuts are tight and they're still doing that. That's not good. We accomplished getting all the disc openers off of the planter except one. It's stuck on there. Can you imagine that? I mean, they barely spun. Why would they be stuck on there? It's like, it just don't make sense, you know? Like, they should slide right off like they're brand new or something. But anyways, look, there's a pile of disc openers that are junk. making some good money off scrap metal. Really, if we really want to be serious about it, we could just take the whole rig to the scrap yard, because that's what it is. But we're not complaining. We're going to be grateful for what we have, and we're going to make it 100 times better with all of our new stuff we're putting on there. But part of the new stuff is, you see this thing right here? Yep, it's a dry rotted hose for the liquid system. You see this thing right here? It's a dry rotted pump for the liquid system. Oh, what is all this stuff? Dry rotted stuff for the liquid system. Let's go back here and see if we can find any more dry rot stuff. Oh, look at this. You see these lines right here? Oh wait, I just snapped a piece off. I found more dry rotted stuff. Oh, I'm just messing with you guys. Everything related to liquid on this planer, getting it off. The only thing that's staying is the tanks. And you wanna know why? Because some of these newer planers have downforce. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put water in here when it comes time to plant, and that's gonna be our downforce. Now we're gonna get to tearing all this stuff off, but by the way the rest of the planer is held together, I wouldn't doubt that all the liquid stuff is held together by zip ties, because that's pretty much what ran the whole planer, was zip ties. I really like the fact that when I say dry rot, it's when I can take zip ties like this one right here, twist it with my hand, and they snap. If you're a man out there, or any human being, please take some pride in what you have in life, because really? Come on now. Well, I'm done for tonight. It's 6:30 and supper's gonna be ready soon. But the planer is getting to a point where we almost got it all the way stripped down and we got new parts on the way. But unfortunately, Kentucky weather is setting in. Today it got into the 30s and it felt pretty nice, because like the 2 previous days were like the highs were like in the teens and the lows were single digits or negative digits. But tomorrow we have chances of another 2 inches of snow and ice mixed in, and it's like just for our area. How lovely. So anyways, with that being said, that's about all I got tonight. So I will see you guys in the morning. Well, ain't it lovely you guys made it back on this nice cold morning? What are the chances you think this truck is actually going to start? Well, sir, are you okay? Can you imagine there's another flat tire on the farm? How lovely. What are the chances she's gonna start? She almost didn't go. I got scared there for a minute. Well, we had an unfortunate event go on. Welcome to owning the life of a dump truck. Why don't gravity work when you need it to work? I mean, come on now. It's just my luck, I guess. Just great. Just my luck. I mean, it won't fall out of the freaking dump truck. How does it not fall out? It's gravity. Welcome to farming, ladies and gentlemen. we just got done, and I just want to take the moment to appreciate that all the pain and struggle we went through today is because we have horses. Because we have horses, we go through a pain and struggle of all that horse crap had me handle. The only way that horse crap helps us is because we can use it in our fields, like to help washouts and just field maintenance. Another reason why having horses sucks is because you guys, you see all this ice right in here and how it continually goes down the hill. Well, on the other side of our grain bin right there, there is a faucet. And that faucet gets used to keep water to the horses that are in the barn right there. And let's just say that we've had all this water appear here before, and it was because a line had froze and busted. And now a whole bunch of ice has appeared here. So who wants to bet money that that line is busted? And the only reason that line is busted is because we had to have horses, which means the water is being shut on and off. Huh. Convenient having horses, ain't it? And by the way, just to add on top of it, if you ever want to do something and never have money in your bank account, just buy horses, because it will work. It works, trust me. But on top of that, it's like 2 o'clock now in the afternoon. Doing 2 loads of horse manure took like 3 hours. Everything is so much slower in the cold. But I gotta go inside now. I'm gonna eat me some lunch, and I got a lot of office work to do. And it's starting to snow. You remember that all that weather we're supposed to be getting today that I told you guys about last night? It may or may not be here. The weather people can never make their mind up on what they actually want to say. Sometimes they just say it all and hope that one thing they said is actually right. But there is snow coming down. Are you guys still surviving? We're down in the, we're not doing good in temperatures. It is very, let's just say it's very not warm out here, and there's more snow on the ground. It snowed another 2 inches that day. Anyways, I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned as we head into battle with Double Trouble. But we have not done a devotional in a while, so we're going to do one of those. But it's going to be a quick one because my mom doesn't like it when I show our house inside when she ain't cleaned yet, because Saturday is her cleaning day, so that's the day she ain't done it yet. And she gets very upset, and very upset with me, and sometimes she yells at me and says that I can't believe you showed this on camera. I'm like, it don't matter to me, it don't bother me one bit, but she gets very upset with me. So the point of today's devotional is letting God fight for you. And by saying that, that means that sometimes you just have to sit back and let God do his thing. Listen to God's timing, let him do things when he does it, and don't force it upon yourself. Us, for example, in our farming, we have to sort of sit back, and obviously it's hard to get a shot at buying land, more farming land to farm, because it's just everybody owns it and nobody wants to give anything up. So we have to sit back and pray and hope that one day he'll open up doors to let us gain more land. And he has, and we have gained a lot of land the last couple years, and we're still growing, and we continue to hope to still grow. But we also have to sit back and let him open doors up. And with that being said, we need to sit back and let him do things how he wants to do it. But that doesn't mean we cannot be getting better. Like, we can be studying how the crop works. Our text comes out of Exodus 14:14. Then the Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent. Sit back, don't rush anything, let God work his plan, and everything will be just fine. But I'm going inside. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you go shop some merch down in the description below, because it helps me out. Make sure you subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Help promote the channel. Help us to keep growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next one. Remember, faith, family, farming. See you in the next one.